Hey guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Band 1993 coming at you for another live review of this week's episode of SmackDown Live, the February 6th, 2018 edition of SmackDown Live. Before it starts, I didn't leave a disclaimer in the live chat. Still feeling a little under the weather, but I am feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. So, I mean, I'm more willing to stay on for a little bit longer, even though I do want to still get some good sleep, but I am feeling better than what I was yesterday. So that's some good news. Even more good news, too, is my opinion, I thought SmackDown Live was a pretty good show tonight. I thought it wasn't great, don't get me wrong, but I think for what we've been getting lately, like average to decent, this is a little more on the solid side. Some things are a little off, but some things were still I thought were pretty good. A couple of things I really want to nitpick at, but other than that, not too bad of a show tonight for the Blue Brand, I think. Definitely Raw was a little bit better for me this week, but, you know, I was happy with the show, and, yeah, get right to it. Of course, before I gotta share this little story. Before I watched SmackDown Live today, just to get well rested up, since what I've been going through the past couple days, I took the nap of Jericho. Dream on, man. Had to get that out there, guys. To be a little bit goofy, you know me. But yeah, so let me get right into this review of SmackDown Live, which took place in Kansas City, Missouri, home of home of the 2015 World Series champions. As baseball season starts next week with spring training. Cannot wait. Hopefully also you guys enjoyed the Super Bowl. Forgot to mention that yesterday. So we started off with Shane McMahon coming down to the arena, and he pretty much says, he's usually ecstatic about, big main event match tonight, but unfortunately this week he is not because of who involved. So he says, as someone who I do trust and respect, and that is the SmackDown general Daniel Bryan. First calling out Daniel Bryan. He just wants to know, what is going on, with how he keeps giving the same two guys opportunities, and the family wants to see other people go after the championship. Because SmackDown Live, after all, is the land of opportunity. So Bryan says the referee made a mistake at the Royal Rumble, and he's tried to turn a negative into a positive. Made a huge main event for tonight, wherein two of Shane's least favorite superstars get to rip each other apart tonight. And honestly, he thought he was going to get a well-deserved pay raise. He went as far as saying that. So I'm like, ruh-roh. That sounded a little bit pushing it. Shane holds himself back. It's a crowd chants yes, and Bryan hopes he made due note of that as well, since Shane said make due note of whatever they're chanting Rusev the day before. And Shane is looking forward to see Owens and Sabre each other apart, but Bryan gives him opportunity for the title. What Bryan has done with the Yes movement changed the WWE landscape forever, and although he has a similar career path with Owens and Zayn, they're not him. He claims that the Yep movement is a cheap imitation of the greatest thing Daniel Bryan ever created, and Shane doesn't want them to let him manipulate him any further. He knows Bryan more than anything in this world, and he wants to compete in the ring, but what he's doing, Bryan cuts him off and asks what exactly he's doing. Shane thinks that it's plain to see that Bryan is living vicariously through Owens and Zayn. Out comes the WWE champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. He makes his way down to the ring, and he mentioned that he's been all over the world doing what he's been doing, and he's phenomenal. He would defend that championship wherever he's gone. He can deal with the bumps and bruises, the pains, canceled flight with traveling, taking him away from his family. That's part of the grind. He was built for it. What he can't deal with is what SmackDown management is doing, constantly obsessing over Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. And it's not just talking about Daniel Bryan, it's also talking about Shane too, which is pretty much true. Every time they make a decision based on those two, it affects him. And Styles talking about himself. He's a fighting champion. He doesn't care who wins tonight, so do him a favor. Just stay out of the way tonight. He controls his own destiny, and he'll walk out of Fastlane still the champion. So that's, for the most part, I thought that was a pretty good way to kick off. Got more heat going on the story between what's going on with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. They did slow it down a little bit briefly for a few weeks. So since heating back up again. But I know for a lot of people it seems like Daniel Bryan's probably going to be the one turning heel. But to me, they're still booking it in a way where it looks like either one of them could go heel, or in a way that, this will be a face-on-face feud, in my opinion. This is what I think. Hassan the Might, what's going on, my friend? Says SmackDown Live should get Nia Jax, Finn Balor, Cash Sono, Billy Kane, Peyton Royce, Bray Wyatt, and either Bayley or Sasha Banks. Superstar shakeup? Sure, I think that's fair game right there. Sorry, I just need to clear my throat. New Day were backstage attacking pancakes with unicorns. It just announced that, the New Day were going to be answering questions with the hashtag Ask New Day all night. Of course, they kept cracking jokes about the stuff with Corey Graves and Booker T also. So that was pushing up that a little bit, but yeah, whatever. Then we see AJ backstage. He runs into Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nakamura tells him the game's going to be at WrestleMania and walks off. So we had that. One of the low points of the night was his match between Charlotte and Liv Morgan. Again, this is what's going on with the Riot Squad. Again, they're all talented, but they're not really doing it for me. Maybe Ruby Riott is close to being ready, but Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan, I'm sorry, I got tongue twisted there, obviously aren't ready yet for the main roster. And no offense, but Charlotte made Liv Morgan look like a complete jobber tonight. My honest opinion, I felt that maybe towards the end of her run, with the new look that Liv Morgan kind of had, I thought maybe it would consider turning her heel, because I thought she had a look of a heel. But honestly, the way she's been looking at the main roster, she looks like a joke. I hate to see it, because Liv Morgan definitely could be a pretty talented underdog babyface, and she did somewhat heel tactics. I don't know, she had the look of a heel a little bit towards the end of her run in NXT, but on the main roster, she's not doing it for me. Ruby Riott, okay, even though again these are all three babyfaces who are just up here now for what reason? Yeah, it's probably gonna be Charlotte and Ruby Riott at Fastlane. It's just Charlotte taking out the Riot Squad one-on-one. It's pretty much what happened with the Nexus. So I'm not going to do much. But again, this match just whatever. Charlotte defeated Liv Morgan with the figure 8 leg lock. Didn't really care too much. But hey, you gotta have a low point in the night somehow. Then we had the Black History Month bumper. And the WWE's recent visit to this National Civil Rights Museum. That was pretty cool. We had Renee Young backstage interviewing Kevin Owens. She asks him, will this match affect his relationship with Sami Zayn? And Owens says, that's actually a great question, but it's up to Sami and whether or not he can handle losing. So it's teasing more. Is there going to be a breakup between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? We're not sure. We will find out. Hassan the Mighty also says that Raw should get Ember Moon, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Baron Corbin, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Usos, Breezango, Bludgeon Brothers, Gable and Benjamin, and either Mojo Rawley or Zack Ryder. Probably. And please get well soon. I'm definitely feeling a little bit better. I know my throat doesn't sound like it, but I'm definitely feeling a ton better than I was yesterday. So it's maybe just throat needs to be cleared up a little bit. But again, other than that, dude, I assure you, I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. But thank you for your concerns, as always, buddy. Then we had the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, taking on two jobbers. Squashed them pretty much. This was a fun match. Afterwards, the Usos came out. Still probably teasing a match between the Usos and the Bludgeon Brothers at Fastlane, most likely. So we'll probably see that there. They squashed them pretty much. The Usos came afterwards. They had a stare down, and they cut a promo saying last week they came out here to let us know what day one-ish means, and this week they're going to let us know what being locked down is all about. It's not about getting booked and fingerprinted, orange jumpsuits, cold showers, assume the position, sleeping on a slab on concrete. No, what they're talking about is a state of mind. You turn your mind into a prison, and they run that prison. A lot of cats out here starving and actually real hungry, and not for cupcakes. They're hunger for success. And y'all can't eat until they say you can eat. A lot of cats are thirsty, not the purple stuff. But they pretty much just cut, a long promo. Again, this was pretty entertaining. I thought it was cool. But again, it's obviously, they keep saying they're the best tag team, even though they're babyface. They pretty much have a little bit of heel antics and whatnot there. But they're still the babyfaces. Obviously, they're teasing that match between the Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos, which I'm cool with again because they had pretty good matches back in their feud in 2014. But yeah, pretty much. That was that. We had Daniel Bryan then revealing that's this top 10 list for SmackDown. At first, I'm like, that was pointless, but it may not be because of something that I have a theory behind of what happened later on in the show. Daniel Bryan revealed the first top 10 SmackDown list. He reminds the rules saying that it was all voted by SmackDown superstars and him and Shane had nothing to do with it. So the list goes, number 10 was a perfect 10, Ty Dillinger. Number 9 was the Viper, Randy Orton. Number 8 was the last kicker, Becky Lynch. The Usos at number 7. The New Day, number 6. Bobby Roode was surprise number 5. Naomi, number 4. Shinsuke Nakamura, number 3. Charlotte, number 2. And AJ Styles at number 1. As expected. Are you going to rage if if Shinsuke loses at Mania? I won't be mad if he loses. I'm completely fine with AJ still being the champion. But I'll still I'll be fine with either one winning. I just want the match and to deliver. And hopefully main event, but it probably won't because it's probably gonna be Brock and Roman. But whatever, we're still getting the match. I just want to see the match. Like whoever wins doesn't matter to me, but it's still gonna be awesome. So then we have New Day still, playing with the pancakes. Talk about how Corey Graves got a 6% chance of winning a street fight, just teasing more stuff. Then we got another handicap promo with Aiden English, talking about how the mat is canvas because they're artists and the difference between him and Rusev. He tells Bobby Roode to prepare to lose his title because Rusev is ready for his magnum opus, and they send us to break. Then we had English in the ring after commercial. He was singing his song, introducing him, was saying it is Rusev Day, but it was a little corny because they had the whole thing with Rusev's head jumping on the lyrics. Like last time I saw that was whenever Goldust and R-Truth were together tag team that happened. I thought it was a little corny, so I thought like, okay, it's pushing this a little bit too far, but still can't hate on Rusev Day because it's actually getting Rusev really over. So we had this match, United States Championship match between Bobby Roode and Rusev. And I'll be real, guys, I thought they put on a pretty good match. I wasn't expecting that great of a match, in my opinion, from these two. I mean, again, Bobby Roode's alright as a babyface, but he's obviously a lot better as a heel. Rusev, still getting over pretty well, but it's a pretty close near fall. With that Machka kick, Bobby Roode escaped from the accolade a couple times. And the finish was pretty nice too. They had a glorious DDT from like the second rope or something like that, I think it was. So I thought, for the most part, they put on a pretty good match for a surprise. Again, I know Bobby Roode's a little bit bland as a babyface, but yeah, I give it to them. They had a pretty good match. Afterwards, though, was a little bit surprised. Now, I'm not 100% sure if this is a heel turn or not. So I don't know if this is a heel turn or not. I think it may have been, but I'm not sure because of what he did afterwards. But Randy Orton came out and hit an RK out of nowhere on Bobby Roode, and he started, mocking his glorious thing. Randy Orton does it to Aiden English and Rusev himself. They pose on a turnbuckle. So my thing was that they're going to go have the Bobby Roode and Randy Orton feud. We're going to turn him heel, which again I keep thinking they should turn Randy Orton heel. I predicted him having a number one contender, a match with Nakamura at Fastlane, with Nakamura's number one contendership on the line. But if they do Bobby Roode and Randy Orton at WrestleMania for the U.S. title, I'm cool with it. It's fresh. I think it could work out pretty good. So I was watching and I'm just like, so I was confused. So at first, what they could go with is Randy Orton was number 9 on that top 10 list. Bobby Roode was number 5. So what if they have Orton, just being upset about that partially, and that's why he turned heel. But I'm sure he's jealous of other people's success as well. So that could be a possible reason. What didn't make sense to me, though, is, again, what's going on with Dolph Ziggler? Because they mentioned later in the show that Dolph Ziggler's going to be back next week after a 7-week absence, taking on Baron Corbin. So it's a heel-on-heel match. But Dolph Ziggler is just coming back without explaining why he randomly just walked out and dropped the U.S. title. He's not going to go after to get his rematch back. I mean, I'd rather have, even though, I don't know if I'm, if Tia Kupar watched this, I'm sorry, I have not gotten to watch that ladder match that you sent me the link to on Twitter the other day. But I keep saying I don't know if a face Bobby Roode would be great for a ladder match in WWE. But again, I keep hearing rumors that they're going to pull off the story that Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels did for WrestleMania 10. I'd rather have that than have just Dolph just come back and just do absolutely nothing. To me, it just makes no sense at all. Like, if anything, I thought Dolph was going to return after the U.S. title match, and he will attack Bobby Roode instead of a Randy Orton. But it didn't happen, so we'll see what happens. Hassan the Mighty says, R-Truth should have turned heel. They did it to Goldust, and now he's face again. What a waste. Yeah, pretty much. It was a waste. Again, I was liking the Director's Cut promos, those, but yeah, they could have utilized that better. And R-Truth being as a heel probably could have been better for him because he actually was at his best when he had his heel run back in 2011. That's why I'm not a big R-Truth guy. Which, by the way, also, I got to give it, the Mixed Match Challenge tonight match, we had Rose Gold and Jimmy Uso and Naomi. It was more of like a gimmick match, but I thought it was pretty darn entertaining as well. Poor Goldust almost got a kiss from Mandy Rose. That would have been awesome for him. But anyways, we had Gable and Benjamin backstage calling Breezango buffoons and the Ascension clowns. They are here to bring prestige to the tag division, and if other teams are jokes, they got punchlines. This week, they're targeting the Ascension and their weapons of tag destruction. So we had a match between Gable and Benjamin and the Ascension. Match was whatever. Again, I just don't know why the Ascension are still around. I mean, they're not really doing anything with them. Thought they'd at least be built up to be the dominating tag team were in NXT, but not going to happen. Gable and Benjamin win. Whatever. Not too bad. So then we had a New Day backstage to answer more questions. They never answered my question. Would you want chocolate chips on your pancakes? Never answered it. Okay. But they're also talking about, they're asked like who would be, number one out of the three of them. Michelle voted on Kofi Kingston, which was fair game. Then we had Sami Zayn be interviewed backstage. He says tonight is his opportunity to step out of Kevin Owens' shadow. It's hard for him to admit it, but Owens has won all these titles. That's fine because they're best friends. But even best friends, they fought together more than anybody, and he knows what Kevin is capable of. He'll stop at nothing. But again, neither will he. Owens comes out. Then we had AJ Styles out on commentary to watch the match. And he's talking about how he he's just tired of constantly dealing with these guys. So he'll fight either one of them. So whatever. The match Owens and Zayn had was still pretty good. It started off, as two friends, just taking it somewhat easy on each other. But then, the heat built up between them as, we didn't know if, Owens and Zayn were going to split up again. It's pretty darn obvious, that Kevin Owens just uses anybody he can to get to where he wants. So, match was pretty good. Had some good near falls and whatnot. Sammy was using some moves like that turnbuckle DDT, a couple other things that I hadn't seen him use for quite a long time. Those are pretty good to see, and that's something that Sami Zayn is best known for. So I mean, again, despite this heel turn still being odd, because it's because Sami Zayn is a purebred babyface, it still worked for him getting back into the main event scene on SmackDown Live. It's going good. But then Zayn starts getting the Styles' face, pretty much saying, this is what I'm going to do to him. And then the Styles is like, whatever, buddy, what are you doing? And then he pushed the chair and said, hey, look at me when I talk to you. And then Styles took exception to it. He got up and he started brawling with both of them, causing a disqualification. And he's beat the crap out of them. And he was just frustrated. He's tired of them, just bull crapping everybody else around. He's tired of this whole thing with, Zayn and Owens, just being like, the thing the management is obsessed about big time. So it's definitely a weird situation, but then of course as I expected, Daniel Bryan comes out because of AJ Styles' actions. He now says that's going to be a triple threat match at Fastlane, which we kind of expected because it's obvious they have no other plans for Styles before we get to him and Nakamura at WrestleMania. So we'll at least have just a good match at WrestleMania 34. Or at Fastlane. I just don't want it to be like that match they had on Raw in 2016 where it was Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Chris Jericho in a triple threat match. It's pretty much just a 2-on-1 match with Rollins being beat down by Owens and Jericho. I don't want to see that again with this match. Just put on a good match. That's all I ask for. If they continue to build some heat between Owens and Zayn, though, I think it could work out pretty darn good because the title's on the line actually this time. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. I know we haven't made a lot of chat tonight, but yeah, but I mean, overall, I still thought SmackDown was a solid show this week. I'll give it a B- for grade. It's a strong show. Again, I'm feeling better. I'm still a little under the weather, but I can say I'm definitely feeling better and heading in the right direction. I mean, I'm not severely sick. I was never severely sick. It's just hit with a little bug, but I'm feeling pretty good, guys. I feel like it should be better in the next couple of days. Well, I thank you guys always for your concerns. So I'm going to check the polls really quickly here on Twitter. We have what grade would you give this episode of SmackDown Live? 4 votes. 50% said B. 50% said C. Again, I gave it a B-. And what show did you enjoy more this week? Raw or SmackDown Live? 67% said Raw. 33% said SmackDown Live. That's 6 votes. I'll definitely give the edge to Raw. Also, still a good show for both of them. So good show this week again for WWE. I'd say so. So guys, so what are your thoughts on SmackDown Live? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And always remember, click my like and subscribe. We're calling to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirBoy93. Also, I gotta mention something about my Twitter account. So I'm not gonna mention any names, but last night, so again, my Twitter account before used to be nothing to me until last year when somebody talked me into using the platform, my channel, which I'm usually really picky about, like privacy settings, what like that, and like who I allow into my life. So I thought I'd give it a go for it, and it has helped me, be a little more engaging with my subscribers. However, though, it's a privilege. And last night I had someone, a recent subscriber, and I had to block this person. I'm sorry, but send me an inappropriate picture over messages. Listen, I'm there. I'm here to, I have this Twitter account to be able to talk with my subscribers, to interact with people more than just these live streams. If I know you that well enough and I trust you enough, then maybe, we can be more than just, YouTube friends. But do not take advantage of me of that, and do not start sending me inappropriate photos or anything else inappropriate, because if you do, you will be blocked and you will make the list. Again, I'm not saying who it is, not doing that, but again, it's a privilege. So please do not take advantage of me like that. Again, anybody. Because as it, once again, I'm going to get a good night rest. Again, I'm feeling better, but I still have a little bit of ways to go before I'm 100%. But I'm definitely feeling a lot better than yesterday. So guys, thanks again. I'll be back here tomorrow doing day 17 of the 30-day challenge, do my live NXT review. Depending on how I'm feeling, I may do episode 23 of Road to WrestleMania. If not, I'll wait till Thursday, because I should be pretty good by Thursday. If not, guys, we'll see what else happens. So guys, thanks again for tuning into this live stream. If you're watching afterwards, again, please click that like and start more content on the channel, and leave your comments down below, and follow me on Twitter at DemandAirboy93. So guys, I'm checking out. I'm going to get a good night rest. The rest of Jericho. Sleep tight, man. Missed it.